Hello, I'm Karim Al-Sinan, Senior Product Engineer for the Custom IC division at Siemens. In this video, we'll look at the duplicate by in SEdit, a new command that helps users create repeated schematic content more efficiently by duplicating selected objects as a regular placement array. Instead of repeatedly copying and repositioning objects manually, duplicate by gives you a more direct way to define rows, columns, and spacing so repeated content can be created in a more structured and predictable way. The workflow starts by selecting the content you want to duplicate. That content becomes the base of the operation. In effect, the current selection acts as the first placement, and duplicate by adds the remaining copies based on the array settings you define. To begin the command, go to Edit, Duplicate By. This opens a dialog. As you can see, the dialog allows you to define the duplication as a regular placement array. You can specify the number of rows and columns, along with the horizontal and vertical step values that control spacing between copies. Or you can simply use the mouse to gauge the spacings yourself. There is also an option to control whether trailing numbers in net labels, ports, and text labels are incremental during duplication. This behavior is tied to the editing preferences and helps preserve logical naming across repeated content. Let's start with a simple one-dimensional example. As you saw, I selected the object that I wanted to duplicate, and here we'll duplicate that section across 9 columns. This is useful when you want to extend an existing schematic pattern in one direction without rebuilding it manually. Because the duplication is based on the selected content, the result is a structured extension of what is already in the design. If the step values are already defined, clicking OK completes the duplication immediately. This is especially efficient when the intended spacing is already known, because the array can be created in a single action without additional placement steps. For a two-dimensional duplication with no step values set, the operation requires 2 clicks, so both placement directions can be defined. Another important part of this workflow is increment handling. When enabled, net labels, text labels, and ports can have their trailing numbers incremented automatically during duplication, and this helps maintain naming consistency when repeated content is created as part of a larger structured design. For instances that require unique names, the duplicated copies follow the same name rules used for any instance array creation. So in SEdit, duplicate by provides a faster and more structured way to duplicate selected schematic content as an array. By combining row and column control, step-based placement, interactive preview behavior, and naming increment support, it helps streamline repeated editing tasks and maintain a cleaner schematic workflow.